Conakry is the capital and largest city of Guinea. Conakry is a port city on the Atlantic Ocean and serves as the economic, financial and cultural center of Guinea. Its population was estimated in 2009 at 1,667,864. Originally situated on Tombo Island, one of the Isles de Los, it has since spread up the neighboring Kaloum Peninsula. The current population of Conakry is difficult to ascertain, although the U.S. Bureau of African Affairs has estimated it at 2 million. Conakry is thought to contain almost a quarter of the population of Guinea. Etymology. According to a legend, the name of the city comes from the fusion of the name of Kona, a wine producer of the Baga people, and the word Nakiri, which means in Sosso the other bank or side. History. Conakry was originally settled on the small Tombo Island and later spread to the neighboring Kaloum Peninsula, a 36-kilometer-long stretch of land 0.2 to 6 kilometers wide. The city was essentially founded after Britain ceded the island to France in 1887. In 1885 the two island villages of Conakry and Boubinet had fewer than 500 inhabitants. Conakry became the capital of French Guinea in 1904 and prospered as an export port, particularly after a railway to Cancun opened up the interior of the country for the large-scale export of groundnut. In the decades after independence, the population of Conakry boomed, from 50,000 inhabitants in 1958 to 600,000 in 1980, to over 2 million today. Its small land area and relative isolation from the mainland, while an advantage to its colonial founders, has created an infrastructural burden since independence. In 1970, conflict between Portuguese forces and the PAIGC in neighboring Portuguese Guinea spilled into the Republic of Guinea when a group of 350 Portuguese troops and Guinean dissidents landed near Conakry, attacked the city and freed 26 Portuguese prisoners of war held by the PAIGC before retreating, having failed to overthrow the government or kill the PAIGC leadership. Camp Boiro, a feared concentration camp during the rule of Sékou Touré, was located in Conakry. According to human rights groups, 157 people died during the 2009 Guinea protest when the military junta opened fire against tens of thousands of protesters in the city on 28 September 2009. Government and administration. Conakry is a special city with a single region and prefecture government. The local government of the city was decentralized in 1991 between 5 municipal communes headed by a mayor. From the tip in the southwest, these are Kaloum, the city center; Dixon, including the University of Conakry and many embassies; Rotoma, known for its nightlife; Matam; Matoto, home to Conakry International Airport. The 5 urban communes make up the Conakry region, one of the 8 regions of Guinea, which is headed by a governor. At the second-tier prefecture level, the city is designated as the Conakry Special Zone, though the prefecture and regional government are one and the same. At an estimated 2 million inhabitants, it is far and away the largest city in Guinea, making up almost a quarter of the nation's population and making it more than 4 times bigger than its nearest rival Cancun. Economy. Conakry is Guinea's largest city and its administrative, communications, and economic center. The city's economy revolves largely around the port, which has modern facilities for handling and storing cargo, through which alumina and bananas are shipped. Manufactures include food products and housing materials. Infrastructure crisis. Periodic power and water cuts have been a daily burden for Conakry's residents since early 2002. Government and power company officials blame the drought of February 2001 for a failure of the hydroelectric supply to the capital, and a failure of aging machinery for the continuation of the crisis. Critics of the government cite mismanagement, corruption and the withdrawal of the power agency French partner at the beginning of 2002. As of 2007, much of the city has no traffic lighting in the overnight hours. Popular anger at shortages in Conakry was entwined with anti-government protests, strikes, and violence against the rule of President Lansana Conté and the successive prime ministers Cellou Dalein Diallo and Eugene Camara appointed to fill the post after the resignation of Prime Minister François Loncini fall in April 2004. Violence reached a peak in January-February 2007 in a general strike, which saw over 100 deaths when the army confronted protesters. Transportation. Conakry is serviced by Conakry International Airport, which has flights to several cities in West Africa and Europe. Climate. According to Köppen climate classification, Conakry features a tropical monsoon climate. Conakry features a wet season and a dry season. Like a good portion of West Africa, Conakry's dry season is influenced by the Harmattan wind between December and April. As a result, relatively little precipitation falls in the city during these months. As a result, Conakry averages nearly 3,800 millimeters of precipitation per year, earning the city a tropical monsoon climate classification. Notable landmarks. Hospitals: Donka Hospital, Ignace Dean Hospital, Clinique Ambroise Paré, Clinique Pasteur. Hotels: Hotel Camayan, Le Méridien Mariador Palace, Markets: Marché Medina, Marché du Niger, Palaces and museums: Casa de Bellevue, Centre Culturel Franco-Guinéen, Conakry National Museum, Palais des Nations, Presidential Palace, Palais du Peuple, Parks and Gardens: Jardin tout Octobre, Conakry Botanical Garden, Places of Worship: Cathedral Sainte-Marie, Paroisse Saint-Michel, Conakry Grand Mosque, Universities and Education: Collège G. Bessier Center, Collège Lycée Sainte-Marie, Gamal Abdel Nasser University, Institut Géographique National, Guinea National Library and Archives, Université Kofi Annan, Other the 8th of November Bridge, Camp Boiro, Conakry International Airport, Monument du 22 November 1970, Stade du 28 September.